1 2. Testing 1 2. Testing 1 2. Hello. Well, guys, just gonna be a little quiet for a moment here while I wait for A, the game to pop up, and B, people to filter in, so don't mind me. Where's my water? There it is. Gotta have some, agua, as I show off my background. Hey 130, what's up? According to Dwiggy, he's booting up, so they are about to be in game. Just hanging out here. Man, it has been a minute since I've streamed a game that's not my own, so I'm kind of excited to cast this. Especially since it's Dwiggy and Jasper, so... And they are in inducement, so we should be momentarily seeing it populate in here. Dwiggy took 2 babes with his... he must have scummed the second one, because I think he was only down like 80k, but... you know. Sauce wants dead orcs. 130 wants dead necro. I would like both of them to die. Maybe Dwiggy to die a little bit more than Jasper dies. And, oh, hold on. Something. There it is. Hot sandwich action. Rebels Frightest. Let's go. Party div game. I'm happy I finally get to catch one and cast it. It's been a little bit busy of late, and only part of that is because Classic WoW came out and I've been playing that. So, as we all know and loathe, Dwiggy has 2 movement 9 wolves, and they both have blodge, and one of them has tackle, and they're both terrible. And then the trade-off for that is the rest of his team is really not super developed. He's got a guard tackle white, which is pretty dope. One flush golem's got blodge, the other's still a rookie, and Mighty Blow, who might level this game actually. But other than that, I mean, he doesn't really need anything else. These 2 pieces have been pretty much winning him the division so far. I think he's 5-1-1. Jasper on the other side has this kind of awkwardly leveled but still really good blitzer, Mighty Blow Agi 4. He's got his thrower, who is movement 6, which I like, dodge. There's his killer, who's apparently going to punch a zombie, or is just providing the assist for the 3 die. And yeah, I mean, it's a pretty well-developed team. I don't like having the troll out here, but, you know, nope, I guess the troll's going to be out there. And high kick, so that will be nice for Jasper. He's probably going to have... oh, he's going to... looks like he wants to feed Cubano a vanity pass and get him piling on. But Cubano doesn't want to cooperate so far, so... the nice thing is it's a deep enough kick to where he can just punch without having to worry too much about what the wolves do. His Mighty Blow is useless. And the question is, who's your blitz target if you're hot sandwich action? I would almost want to punch the dirty player, because that might be the deadliest piece, but he's getting through his line blocks first. He set it up nicely so that he's going to have follow-on blocks as the troll gets involved. Could be a target next turn. It's not particularly well supported, but that would be a fairly significant commitment from the necro. This block does the thing, and so far so good for Dwiggy. The zombies held up okay. Question is, of course, where's the blitz gonna go? And I'm serious, I think you should KO on that is huge. Orcs being AV9, dirty players can sometimes be the most reliable way to break their armor, and that is in fact what Jasper goes for, but no joy. As I assume he will pop the club back one, maybe, just to keep in line. Although he's actually... he could stay there. Nah, he's gonna pop him back. I think that's reasonable. As we are gonna see... I assume he's bringing Croissant back, yeah, as the receiving threat here. And Cubano fails the pickup again, but it's still safe, so Jasper can let it go for a turn. I doubt Dwiggs is going to be able to seriously threaten the ball this turn. He might be able to next turn, which would necessitate some reaction from Jasper, but I think right now the biggest risk is getting the ball up to the rest of the team. And it does look like what Dwiggs wants to do here is take Howls, punch down the Italian here, and... oh, I actually like this. So let's see where this goes first. Nothing there. There's the knockdown. Probably there. Yep. And he gets the break, which is nice. Didn't even need claw for it. So now what I think Spoony Bark is going to do is he's leaving the door open for Howls to make a dodge through 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 and go base the ball here. Because it is a little risky. I don't know if he needs to go all the way down here. Like, hear me out. What if he just brings Howls over to, like, here? You know, keeps him supported, and just threatens next turn. Because, like, a Movement 9 Wolf here can still pretty much cover the whole pitch. So, Jasper can't run off this way safely. The Vanity Pass is definitely out at this point. So he's going to be kind of annoyed by that, but what can you do? And that way you're not leaving this guy wide open to get blitzed down by pulled pork and coleslaw. Nope, we're going for it. Oh, but he fails the GFI. I think he rerolls it. He does. Makes it. So we do have the ball based. And I guess that's a GFI for Jasper to hit it with tackle, which is... Orc GFIs are certainly special. Is this school? Where's the school going? Doesn't fundamentally change much. Ooh, cheeky one-die pow there. And that's nice to knock the troll on his ass. Prevents one extra Mighty Blow hit from going back your way next turn. I think what's going to happen here is Cubana's going to come around and provide the assist, and we are going to see Pulled Pork risk the GFI in order to pop Howls off the ball and possibly hurt him. It's what I would do, at least. And I would do it before any other blocks, because Jasper doesn't have a ton of block yet, so nothing here is going to be super safe. I would maybe bring Ham and Swiss down, base up Spooky Saurus, just put tackle on the ghoul. Because there is a risk here, obviously. If you do not get this ball secure, I mean, you're already in trouble, but you're extra in trouble if you can't get it secure this turn, because these two wolves are going to carve open a cage. Alright, tackle on... Is he planning on hitting with Cubano, and then possibly following up with Croissant? Or is he planning on just hitting with Cubano, picking up with Croissant, and running this way and trying to screen off? He could bring a Black Orc. He could punch a Black Orc free to bring it down in assistance here. No, we're going for the GFI hit. And we get the POW. And we get the stun. But that's it. That does help quite a bit, though. As, yeah, we're not going to screw around here. Peanut Butter Jelly is going to pick up the ball with Agi 4. And we're going to have a somewhat effective screen off here. And now we can get down to the fun business of, of punching random Boo. And Regen's going to bring it back. The slider getting 2/3 of the way now towards block, which is very nice. Club, I'm assuming, yeah, he's going to come around. Just extra tackle zones in between these two and the ball, which I quite like. And are we going to see a 1-die here to end out the turn? Obviously a little bit risky, but... Nope, we're going to cover off the back, and now we're going to 1-die, and we're going to get it. Nothing, though. Alright, so... where we are now, this white can slot guard in somewhere annoying. I wouldn't be surprised if we see Spoony Bark come in and maybe target one of these tackle pieces, try to get them off the pitch. Claw, obviously, quite effective versus AV9 teams. The only risk, of course, of bringing your second wolf in and putting it next to a bunch of tackle and Mighty Blow is both your wolves are next to tackle and Mighty Blow, which could be very bad if a Kaz comes through and you don't regen it. So I think what we might see here is Dwiggs can bring back and create somewhat of a screen that'll be at least challenging. I mean, I say that, and now it looks like he wants to fight. I think he wants to fight. Oh, so this is a 2-die into a 1-die, but doesn't worry about it, not punished. But Claw not going to do a thing as he snakes the armor roll. The one time when you're happy to see snakes is on your own armor. And with that move, the ball is safe, but Dwiggs has kind of pretty effectively cut these 5 dudes off from these 4 dudes, or these 5 dudes. So, I don't know. I think you swing that wolf back into safety. Right there. Then yeah, looks like this is already a very slowed down offense. So I'm wondering if Dwiggs is just happy with this. And he's gonna present zombies to be punched and actually leave his ghoul tying up his Black Orc. Guess it's not gonna get hit. Although that might be Jasper's best blitz target this turn, actually. Pulled pork and coleslaw might come in, get some work done on Spookysaurus. And it is, in fact, going to be that, as we see the blitz come in. Double push, no good. think he's considering a greed here. He doesn't do it. Wise, I believe, but wait to see what he does with the rest of his turn here. He could take the left side of the pitch here if he wanted, and I think that's what he's going to do. He's bringing up the other tackle piece. Going to kind of cage off. Probably put the ball like right here, and then bring this guy over. Like there. Yeah, like right there. Should be good. Yep. Now that's reasonably safe. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, you could maybe get a 1 die and a half die. Not anymore, even. That's even safer. As this is certainly a unique cage, but a very effective one. There's not even any way he could like engineer some sort of silly chain push to get the ball vulnerable. Oh, and the troll does a dumb, which is obviously not ideal, but the troll's also on the wrong side of the pitch from the play, so could be worse. Yeah, and I think, yeah, he's just going to abandon the troll here. Just, alright, well, go be stupid over there. So what do you do if you're Dwiggs here? That dart back on the ball could have gone a lot worse for him, but it also could have gone a lot better, because now this werewolf is kind of stuck behind enemy lines. These pieces are, you know, they'll be in the play by the time he gets down the field, but they're not doing much this turn. And he's going to find it difficult to get a great deal of punches without committing a lot against all these black orcs. Oh, and his ghoul's kind of fucked, but, you know. Is there an elaborate... Oh, there might be with a wolf, actually. Hold on, let me think about this. So if you push in here and get that way, you need to... Or maybe this guy. I'm trying to think what angle you could go at. Because it's the first push is to push him on the sideline is easy. The second push to force the surf is actually more difficult, because you need to get pieces like in here. At least one here and one here. Neither of which is very easy to dodge into. You could take a risky... You could take an uphill with the ghoul. Which against block is obviously kind of terrifying, but you can make it work. So Claws continues to do work to get stuns, which obviously, while they're not removals, still helpful. His Dwiggs now pushing back pretty hard. He's parked his dirty player on the troll, which probably was the only available zombie, but it does mean his fouling is going to be bad, as naturally we see the ghoul make the hard dodge out of tackle, only to 1 in 9 the easy dodge, as you do. And all of a sudden, that's a wide open lane for the orcs to push down. Can you blitz the zombie out of the way to make it even easier? But I don't think you have to. You just park that black orc right there as kind of the anchor point of your push. You can free up this lineman to maybe go, if you block this guy off, you can maybe go stand him on the flesh golem. Whoa. Nope, but we are... Looks like we're going to see if we can get that SPP the old-fashioned way. We can't. We are going to push that guy out of the way. That's as far as he goes. So... You can bring up this tackle piece and this Mighty Blow tackle piece to kind of cover off up here. don't know if he's going to get, Jasper's going to get as far up the pitch as I think he wanted. What's up, Tori? This is some REL 5A action here. Jasper is, I think, mid-table in the div, and Dwiggs is leading it currently, so there's a lot of 5A coaches in here who are hoping that Dwiggs is going to get knocked down a peg in this game. And honestly, Jasper might very well be the one to do it. It's a strong orc team. Yeah, I think he can park the ball in here safely. Yeah. At least safe-ishly. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yeah. He'd have to cut corners through tackle, which is obviously a very risky prospect, so. As the Necro armor, apart from that one oopsie with a random boo here, is holding up pretty well, as the troll does a dumb again, and this is the danger of the troll right here. Not like him having any support would have helped him at all, but, you know, sometimes trolls just do this. So Dwiggs will probably attempt to screen this off, probably blitz down Ham and Swiss here, and maybe just try to base up the ball and ask some questions. Could even, although it would be risky, bring Howls around the backside to take away the possibility of one of these two coming in support. And I think we are going to be looking at blitz coming in and just using the Movement 9 Wolves as constant threats. And yeah. Ham and Swiss here is absolutely a blitz target. I think he would have preferred a push on the first block to pin him on the sideline, but he'll take it. Especially when it's a stun. That is going to stop the orc momentum pretty much dead in the water. And yeah, now that the troll has proven it's bad, the dirty player is going to come over and base up this black orc. And the orc drive has very much stalled out. In a bad way. Oh, troll. Yes, he did. Yes, he did. This is a classic example of the troll going stupid one turn and then the play just moving so far beyond him that you're essentially playing with 10 men for the rest of the half. Well, that is certainly the classic orc solution to the problem there. Badly hurts a zombie. No regen this time, but Dwiggs has plenty of spares, so he's not overly concerned. And now we're going after the guy with no regen, and this time we will re-roll, and we will not get rewarded. The greed does not pay off. And the ball is now very not safe. He's probably going to have to bring it back. And yeah, he can construct a cage here. Not a fantastic cage, but enough of a cage. Obviously this back corner is going to remain open, but... Oh, and that's bad. However, Dwiggs may not be able to... Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Dwiggs can reach. The question is, will he want to go for the 1 die into the half die that it would be? Because obviously a failure there would mean he's getting punched back with Mighty Blow. Or the floor, which is not always kind. So maybe he just brings the wolf around and parks on the back right here. What he could do, even... Oh no, we're gonna surf. We are gonna surf the Orc Thrower instead. Don't hate it. And you know what this is? This is just very smart, positional-minded play, just choking the life out of the Orc Drive here. And that's a perfect textbook setup foul on poor boy, who's going to be a very poor boy in a second here. Just a stun. But just a stun, you know, is still a stun. I mean, Dwiggs is down 2 players, but you would not know it from how much pitch control he has right here. That 4+ dodge out was just kind of insult to injury. Just kind of like, yeah, this isn't your drive. This is my drive. You're just living in it. As the troll finally wakes up and finally gets back in the action. And I think what Jasper might be thinking here is to reverse the field. Try to get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Try to get peanut butter jelly over here. I mean, you'd have to get him like back here in order to be able to support him properly, which Necro or Necro, they're just going to swing everything around, be a big ol' accordion, in the words of Superfed. And this dude has to, he has to last action stand up and dodge out, because if he stands up and doesn't do anything, he's getting surfed. As we're gonna see double POW coming in on the Flesh Golem. And we do have the ball free to reposition. And I would think it's got to go over to this side. And Jasper is... he can get away with going sideways this turn, but next turn he's got to go forward. Hey, Truk. Yeah, and he's positioning himself right here so that he's got no GFIs if he goes forward with every movement from here on out, but Dwiggs is unlikely to let him just do that. That said, he could be considered Dwiggs could be considered slightly out of position here. Not hugely, just slightly. This wolf can obviously swing back around. I think he takes the second GFI here. He's thinking about it. And then the last action... Yep, no good. Don't reroll this, I think. Yeah. Floor is going to be kinder than that wolf. But this tackle piece is more or less out of the drive. Maybe can come back in on turn 8 for an assist. Or some heroics, but really, he's done. Like, if I'm Dwiggs, I'm parking the Flesh Golem right here, because the Flesh Golem is also kind of out of the drive. But here we go. Nice positioning on that wolf, I think. Going to be asking some questions of Truk if he's willing to take multiple GFIs to even hit it. And right in a good position to where it can swing around the side of any screen Truk tries to Jasper tries to throw up. Yeah, exactly. I would assume Spoony Bark is going to dodge out later in the turn to add an extra layer of wolf to the screen. And there you go. it is now functionally impossible for, ooh, that is a cheeky one die, again. But it works, and now this wolf is completely free. And if you're Jasper, what's your play? You gotta blitz down Stubings, and then you gotta try to cage up around the 12-yard or 14-yard line here. And the annoying thing is, well, you could get to here, over here, but then you're gonna have no support. Yeah, I think you set up Ham and Swiss down here as a potential receiving threat should panic set in. Looks like we are, in fact, going to go for this side. I think you got to put him back one, because if you put him here, he's getting surfed. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about that. I'm assuming you're following this up with a blitz on Spookysaurus from pulled pork and coleslaw. But you can bring this guy here, and you can create, you know, it's still potato-y, but at least it's not terrible. It's still pretty terrible. Like, if we're being honest, this is full Panic at the Disco time, if you're Truk. Or, not Truk, goddammit, Jasper. Sorry, Truk. I don't know why my brain is stuck on you, because I guess you're the last person to chat. Yep, there it is. So GFI works. I would assume you punch him back, and I think then you have to take a second GFI to here. Because even if you fail it, and he's fine, even if you fail this GFI, which he doesn't, but the body's in the way, so the wolves now have to come around the back if they want to hit. Which, I mean, they can. Not saying that's not something that's gonna happen, but consolation prize is a bunch of Black Orc hits, but they're all rookie Black Orcs for the most part, so it's not doing much. As the Necro continue to be reasonably durable, except when all of a sudden they're not. Not many stuns, but there have been 2 Kazes so far. 1 regened, 1 did not. And nicely for Jasper, it's both landed on Black Orcs, the SPP. His Mighty Blow hasn't done shit this entire first half. As we are going to see things. Actually, so I think he's going to go for the ball here, but hear me out. What if he had just screened off? Oh, we're going in. Not going to get it, are going to get it on the second hit. And the scatter is okay-ish for the orcs. I say okay-ish because at least it didn't go over into here, but yeah, Dwiggs is going to be able to cover this off very effectively. And now he's okay with that turnover because now the scatter has put it in a real bad spot for the orcs. Alright, so thinking about what you can do here. You could free up the troll, and you could bring the troll in to provide guard, which will allow you to get a punch on Luminous White and try to scatter the ball into something that's slightly more favorable to you to swing around, pick it up, and pitch it to Ham and Swiss. Yeah, it was a very brave reroll, and what I was going to say before he just knocked the ball down anyway was, why not just screen off, like, right here? You had the players for it, and that would have pretty much, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, you don't even need those over here, just 1, 2, 3, 4 players right there, no touchdown. Like, he would have to YOLO through a lot of dodges in order to make that work. But it worked out, so... Okay, we're not going to see the troll freed up here. I guess what we might see is this Black Orc come over and provide an assist. But... what do we do? Oh, we're going to see a chain push off. It's not quite perfect, but I don't think you can reroll this. So the wolf's going to be off the ball. Now you have a risky 1 dice against Stubings, or you're dodging out and picking up on a 4+. Takes the block on Spoony Bark first. Well, now you can't take this hit because it's a half die. I think he should have stayed there. So we're going to pick up on a 4+. And he doesn't get it. 75% is no-go. No scoring threat from the Necro either. So we are going to go into this half 0-0. I guess, Jasper, if you watch this back, what I was thinking was possibility was... it would have been a risky-ish 1 die, but the 1 die on Luminous could have popped him off and made it a 3+ pickup. But at the end of the day, it was not to be. There's a surf on pulled pork and coleslaw that I think Dwiggs should absolutely take here. There's no reason for him not to take that. Yep, here it comes. You take the surf, I think, in this case. Right? I think you take the surf. Yeah, it's a 3+ to push the guy away. It's, oh... well, the reroll's good. No damage, but yeah, it's a 3+ to push the guy away, which is better than a 4+ with a reroll. Of course, then you do have to still take a 3+ afterwards, but... I think it could have been fine. As it looks like we're gearing up for a punch on the troll here. We are, but nothing doing. Take that 1 die, get punched, but you're fine because you're a flesh golem. And that is going to be the half. So, defensively very well played from Dwiggs. He kind of pushed and pulled Jasper apart, forced him into taking some dangerous dice to score, which did not end up working out. And I'd say he's pretty safely in control of this game at this point. Of course, anything can happen. He's taken no damage. Obviously, neither has Jasper, so he does have that going for him. But Jasper is going to need to turn this over, and there's 2 movement 9 wolves on the other side of the pitch. Is the mic is that a little better? It's not the best mic, but I used to have a really good mic, but then I moved into a much smaller space. Yeah, that was literally me just moving it. Oop. I'm louder than the game. I'll pull it a little back. But that was me moving it about ½ an inch closer to my face. It was really not that much of a difference. But yeah, I used to have a really nice standing mic, but then I moved into a much smaller space. It's only 400 square feet, and there is no way for me to set that thing up without it picking up background noise from everything else in the apartment. So it's sitting in a drawer gathering dust for maybe I'll break it out if I'm ever doing some sort of actually professional shit. But a lot of times, I've got my wife's watching TV in the background, or there's just background noise, and that mic is one of those that's really good at picking up everything. So Jasper is going to set up. He's got all his blitzers central and back. He definitely is going to be scared of these two pieces right here. My guess is if I were Dwiggs, I'm going to want to stall out the score for as long as possible, because orcs are not the best at two or three turning. They can 3-turn reasonably effectively, but 2-turning is very risky for them. So if he can stall to turn 14 or 15 and just push his way up to... His magic line is going to be right about here, like the 8 or 10 yard, because that is going to be in scoring range for the Wolves. The further he pushes up, obviously, the better, because that's less GFIs. So the 8-yard line is about where he wants to be. So if he can get a wolf there safely, and the ball, anywhere back in here, he's always going to be a threat to score. As Rebels Fridays, he even gets an extra reroll from Nuffle to make it just that much easier for him. So Jasper now with a very uphill climb. As we see, he has left his thrower on the bench, which makes me think that Jasper may be okay taking a tie here. I think if he was playing more aggressively to try to steal and win, having the movement 6 sure hands would play better into that, but it's also a huge tall order to stop the Necro from scoring. I think Jasper's still okay if he forces a score on like turn 11 or 12, because then he's going to have plenty of time to answer back. I mean, the rest of us in 5A are hoping Dwiggs gets more like that, as he burns that extra reroll immediately, so there we go. Nuffle giveth, Nuffle taketh. As I think Dwiggs might consider slapping sure hands on Spoony Bark with his next level. Just maybe. As he gets the ball, and he just super safe from Dwiggy here. No reason for him to be doing anything except keeping the ball nice, safe, and secure until he's ready to push forward. Wait to see how Jasper sort of twists around the defense to match him. Jasper, for his part, is going to present a wall of strength. So what's her blitz here? Just going for the zombie. Still fishing for that 1 SPP on Cubano here that he couldn't get on his drive. As the troll does a dumb again. Footlong has been pretty bad this game. Not the best performance from him. Fortunately, the way that Jasper did set up, him going dumb doesn't create a hole in the line, so that was very smart on Jasper's part, but that does potentially leave a blitz open through Howl's, or Howl's blitzing through the Italian here. And you can see Jasper put peanut butter jelly over here to kind of be extra support in case Dwiggs does decide to go for it. But instead, looks like we're going to take one of the sidelines here. There's another stun. And at this point, Jasper's starting to get a little lucky that none of these have become a removal yet. Because there's been plenty of armor breaks by the Necro, but nothing that's gone anywhere. It's actually been a surprisingly low violence game for Orcs vs. Necro. There have not been too many punches going back and forth. A lot of turns where I've just seen teams taking their blitz. I think, yeah, what Dwiggs is going to do here is he's just going to insert a little bit into this hole that he's created. Yep, he's going to... This is going to be him testing the defense on the right without necessarily committing too much to it. Just pushing and pulling. Jasper is going to... Oh, that is a huge break, actually. That was a lucky break for Dwiggs, quite literally, because now this left side for Jasper is going to be incredibly weak. And, yep, that's going to trigger the ball moving up, and I would assume Luminous White might come up here and start to create a little space. And now Jasper may be thinking about how to force Dwiggy to score quicker than he wants to. Oh no. You know, I actually don't hate this. Not committing down one side yet, and giving yourself extra blocks. And again, getting the break, just another stun, but 3 breaks. Only one assisted by Claw here. The other 2 were just naked hits on AV9. And all of a sudden, the Necro have all the space in the world. And the Orcs have got to be feeling a little shell-shocked right now, I feel like. And he's going to have to bring pieces over. But he can't bring too many over because Dire's Sick Frank here has opened up a seam. So, Peanut Butter Jelly's got to stay where he is, or someone else has got to cover that off. Jasper now just can't buy a knockdown to save his life. This half definitely starting out strong for Dwiggy, but the Footlong finally remembers he's playing Blood Bowl and he gets involved. Nothing from it, but does take a little bit of pressure off. That, though, is a frustrating reroll to have to burn this early into the half. And so the Orcs buy a little bit of space back of their own. And what I think we're seeing here... Yeah, what we're definitely seeing here is we're seeing Jasper set up a second line. He's keeping all the mobile pieces well out of range of the slower pieces of Dwiggs. Basically saying, you can take position, but I'm going to have pieces free to counter, and I'm going to try to make you score fast. So I think this is a good response from Jasper here. There's no way he was going to hold that line with all those stuns. The risk, of course, now being that pieces like Poor Boy over here, like, Dwiggs can just park a zombie on him, and that's a trade that Dwiggs will take any day of the week. So 2 of these Black Orcs are essentially out of the drive. I'm going to assume Bacon, Egg, Cheese, Biscuit is going to pop on down. This is sometimes the risk with Black Orcs if you spread them out, especially before they get guard. They can get knocked over, and then they can kind of be taken out of the equation for a while. As I think we're going to see Dwiggs say, no thank you, I don't need to take that much space, I'm just going to take a little. I'm going to take just enough to foul your Black Orc with. And since you've so kindly moved all of your blitzers out of blitzing range, I don't have to worry about them. So we see the Stompy. And there finally is the first removal. And it's not even a send-off. So, 1 Black Orc down for the drive. I'm assuming Bacon, Egg, Cheese is going to come back here. Yep, there he goes. And I guess your blitz target for Jasper, you know, if he really wanted to, he could take a 3+ dodge and 2 GFIs to 1 die blodge with nothing, which sounds optimistic. Or he can just take a whack on Luminous White here, hope for a removal to go his way. That's not on just a zombie. Nope, looks like he's actually going to be putting pressure on the cage, quote-unquote. We'll take that. Probably push him out, right? Nope, just going to leave him there. Tackle pieces, well, one of them's going really far away. The other's coming up to screen off. This is just the anti-potato, I believe. As Troll finally remembers he's playing. There's a good Troll. So the Troll is now tying up 2 zombies, which is very nice. And Strength 5 Black Orc and Flesh Golem knock each other over. Not too much else to say there. Yeah, those 2 are going to continue to sit there and play happy slaps with each other. Did not pick up Grilled Cheese. I'm assuming he was planning on just dodging out to Mark. Or just dodging out to get back here, maybe. But he'll stay there for 1 more turn. Actually, getting in the way a little bit, which is kind of nice for Jasper. As we are going to see Jasper now start to target blitzers. Nothing doing there. Obviously, even with Mighty Blow, AV9 is fairly formidable, but you just gotta punch him enough, and eventually it starts to break. As now this is getting into danger territory for Jasper. Dwiggs obviously wants to score as late as possible. Jasper, if he wanted him to score by like this turn. Maybe next turn. any later than that, and Jasper is playing for a 0-0 draw. As I like this, just tie up as much as you can. Dangerous, of course, for Dwiggs to bring up the ball now with this guy, because he's Agi 4, so he can just dodge out. And obviously, with this Mighty Blow tackle piece kicking around, always going to be risky. He is going to go for it. Now you definitely have to move the wolf up to where he's being supported. This... He has just left open a 1 GFI. This is a mistake from Dwiggs. You just dodge this guy out, put him over here, and then you've got a 2-die on the ball. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, just 1 GFI. So it's a 2+2+ to hit the ball with 2 dice. That is something that Jasper, if he notices it, will take, I believe. There's no reason. That is probably the best shot he's going to get at the ball. And he does. Obviously, Peanut Butter Jelly at high risk of getting surfed here, but I think it's worth it. And he doesn't get it, but he will reroll this, and he gets the knockdown. No break. And Peanut Butter Jelly picks up the ball like a champion, just in time for him to likely get surfed off the pitch. Legend himself can get a whack on that guy. Yeah, he can get more blocks here. And Jasper, all of a sudden, that 0-0 draw might even be looking like it could be a 1-0 win. As oh dear. Well, actually, no. This gives him a punch back the other way with tackle. With Ham and Swiss here, who takes it, and this time does get the knockdown. Probably shoves him right there. Gets a stun. Necro Armor finally kinda holds. Well, it doesn't hold, but Necro casualties aren't terrible. But that is a big stun. So, if you're Dwiggs, this is still Spoony Bark blitzing from the floor. I don't think you can't burn a reroll there. Spoony Bark blitzing from the floor can get a 1-die surf on Peanut Butter Jelly. And then Howls can follow that up to surf pulled pork and coleslaw. So this is still fine for Dwiggs, but a scatter could mess with this. And wow. Actually, no. Never mind. We are not going to get... We might get the follow-up surf. We don't. And now, all of a sudden, Dwiggs in serious trouble. That was a big swing. So, as tempting as it's going to be to hit with tackle here, I think the safe play for Jasper is going to be blitz with Peanut Butter Jelly just to pop him off, and then just go. Oh, I like this too, though. This actually works pretty well. So you shove this... Oh! Jasper, you beautiful man. Look at this. Look at this. Oh, this is gorgeous. Now, I think you blitz, because then you can... Nope, no blitz, but... I guess the risk is he can still get surfed in response, but... Oh, let's see. That's a KO. Not what people are going to want, but Jasper has swung this game on its head. Dwig's getting a little bit aggressive with moving the ball forward. All of a sudden, blows up in his face as Jasper's free. Jasper is 100% free, and this game has just swung massively in his favor. Jasper, I think, needs to resist the temptation here to take blocks on either this fleshy or with the troll. Definitely with the troll. The troll has no support. So... I suppose this block isn't the worst to take. Especially now, because you don't want to give this... Well... I mean, that was definitely the place to put Ham and Swiss, but I guess the risk is now this Flesh Golem could potentially... Yeah, this Flesh Golem gets a 2-die. But that doesn't really free up anything productive. I think we may be seeing Jasper about to win this game. Dwig's down to his last reroll, and no more on this turn. He can bring this school back to definitely surf Cubano, and then, but he still would be dodging out of tackle afterwards. And if he can't get anyone near to threaten the ball this turn, Jasper wins this game. Because Jasper is just going to go into space. And I think this is Dwig's best play. Take the surf. Cubano gets KO'd. Frank dodge? Actually, yeah, I guess Frank dodge is a 75% chance for a 2-die on the ball, which is much better than this. If he takes the Frank dodge as his last action, and he makes it, he will have made a mistake. Well, I think he already made a mistake. Hey, Fiction. What's up, man? Yep, there it is. Frank dodge, and he just makes it casually. And zombie dodge doesn't come off, so... This is a fairly... I mean, it's not... You can go for the blitz if you want. I'm looking to see if there's a way for him to engineer a surf on the wolf, but I don't think there is. And Jasper can screen off the wolf, and he can just go. So barring a snake on this dodge out... Well, there's your dub skulls. So now barring a 1 on this dodge out, that dodge does get a little scarier. Now I think you take the blitz, because the 1 in 9 is going to be better than the 1 in 6. Maybe not. Nope, he takes the dodge. Makes it. And that is GG. Nothing can do anything except base. 1-die pow on the ghoul, adding insult to injury. Spooky Saurus made of steel, so, you know, totally fine. Yeah. Wow. I am going to be completely honest, this was not the result I was expecting at the half. to those of you who came in the second half, Dwiggs played a very strong defensive first half and just forced the Orcs into some really suboptimal positions, forced them to make a bunch of dice, got nothing out of it. That is hilarious, but ultimately, ultimately not that meaningful. But the Italian accidentally KOs himself. The best thing Dwiggs can do is make a 4+ dodge and 2 GFIs to base the ball again, and hope to God that that Jasper rolls a 1 there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. The Wolf can make a bunch of nutty dodges to hit the ball here. Actually, with that surf, the Wolf now has to make significantly fewer nutty dodges, as Grilled Cheese takes a Kaz. He's fine, but let's count this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That is a 4+, 3+, or if he wants to be a little safer, he can take 2 GFIs at the end. Or he's just going to force him to score on turn 15. He's going to say, fine, you want it? Take it, but you're going to give me 2 turns to equalize here. And the GFI, I think, was the right play there. Oh, it is turn 15. That's right. He was on offense this drive, so yeah, he's saying you're giving me the 1 turn, essentially. Good point. I am totally wrong. And now he's saying you have to make a 2+ with no reroll, which obviously, if you are Jasper, is going to be the sketchest 2+. And depending on how this ghoul dodge goes, he could even have a scoring threat if it fails. So Dwiggy not out of this yet, by any means, but... And yep, there is your scoring threat. So Jasper should absolutely bring pulled pork over before doing anything else. Cover this off, just in case. Let's see if he does. I don't think you take any blocks or anything from this position, though. Maybe this one's safe. I suppose if you dub skull, it's not like you were going to make the dodge anyway. Mandatory, that's not how dice work. You could take this block, but it would be unnecessary, but at the same time, it's like, you know, eh. Oh no. Oh, the Wolf gets the ball. I think the thing that he's... Oh, and he rolls a 1. We now are headed to a bye, or to a tie, I think, because the Wolf is going to pick up the ball here. And the Wolf is just going to get out of there. It's going to go down to here, go for the Hail Mary. Probably is not going to work, but... Yep. Orc's definitely not made for dodging. Of course, if he does fail the pickup, this Orc here has the potential for a hero play, depending on where the scatter goes. Obviously, if the scatter goes this way, he's screwed. He does not fail the dodge, or does not fail the pickup, though, so now we are going to see the handoff failed. I was going to say, yeah, you have to reroll this. Gets it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He can make it a 4+, 4+, 3+ with no rerolls. Or, actually, that's still a 4+. Now it's a 4+, 3+ to win the game. I think? That's a 5+, right? That's a 5+. If he goes here... that a 4 plus? I bad at math. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He makes the pass. No, does he? Oh. Jasper just clenched so hard there. But that will be game, barring some sort of nutty play of his own, which I don't think he's even in range to do. So, yeah. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, no. So that will be... Yeah. Holes with the sad face. I don't think he is the thing. He needs a handoff and a pass, and the pass obviously has to go to Peanut Butter Jelly, because he's the only thing that can reach the end zone. So... Aww. Went for the surf. Didn't end up working out. Yeah, he needed 2 passes. So, Peanut Butter Jelly, for his heroics, going to take the MVP there. Jasper's going to be happy about that one. And Luminous White going to get within a Kaz of his 3rd level, which probably Mighty Blow, maybe Stand Firm. Kind of depends. Yeah, 2 passes. If he had Hail Mary Pass, could have worked. But yeah, 0-0 draw actually working in most of 5A's favor, because that knocks Dwiggs down a peg, and it doesn't put Jasper back into the immediate playoff hunt. But yeah, fairly low impact game overall. More blocks than I thought there would be, but not very many armor breaks. And low removals for the armor breaks. Yeah, he needed to pass just to get it to midfield. I think Fiction has it there. Hot Sandwich Action, failing at picking up the ball pretty hard. The only time he really held the ball was when it scattered into his hands. His armor rolls were garbage, especially considering he was only getting punched by Claw some of the time. And his dodges were, about what you'd expect. His GFIs were fine. His really stupids were pretty bad, but some of those were 50-50s. And his block dice were pretty average. Rebel's Friedist had average block dice as well. His catches were terrible. Some of those were scatter catches, though. His armor held up really well. Dodges were fine. GFIs were fine. Pickups were pretty bad. Yeah, average game from everyone involved. Let us take a quick look. Let's see if they've confirmed the game. And let's look at how that leaves the leaderboard. They did confirm, so Dwiggs still holding on, but his lead has been cut pretty significantly. And one of Spicosaurus, myself, or Ornan is now in position to leapfrog into 2nd if we win our games. Of which, let's see, Spicosaurus plays T-Self. That's going to be a scary game for him. Ornan plays Legends of the Afterlife Nose Dice, so that's a decent look for him. Obviously, Necro generally, I think, have the advantage against Underworld, and then I play Dark Elves. And that game is going to go down Friday, and Soul's team is... what he has is good. That's a lot of blodge. I don't like that, but... yeah. That is going to be it from me. I just wanted to cast that one. Hope you guys enjoyed. Good games to both Jasper and Dwiggs, and Jasper, well done, man. Taking the leader of the div down a peg. Oh, you didn't see Camo Orc. Yeah, that has happened. Oh, you misclicked the blitz at the end. Okay, that's what happened. Well, Nuffle did you a solid at the very end there by throwing a 1 under that Orc's feet, so at least it didn't punish you too hard. God, when the White made that pass, though, I think everybody in chat who was about to be like, no, there's no way he diced his way out of this one, but he did not. You did not dice your way out of that one. So, but I mean, for what it's worth, I thought you played the first half pretty much perfectly in terms of defense against a slower, bashy team. Just did not give him any space and forced him into a bunch of shitty dice to try and score at the end. So, well done, dude. No, I think Fiction, what he's saying is he misclicked the blitz at the end to go for the 2 GFI 1 die. Yeah, so, it happens. At that point, though, he was just trying to preserve the tie. Or at least I thought he was until he took it almost the entire length of the field like a crazy person. But yeah, thank you everybody who tuned in. I saw Awesome Aim jumped in with a party, rating party of 1, so thank you, Awesome Aim, and welcome if this was your first time here. I will be signing off as my cat climbs all over me. No cat, please don't. Is anybody streaming right now? Zug is streaming. Let's go raid Zug. Everyone go say hi to Zug. He's good people. I've been Doof. Thank you guys for watching. Next stream likely to be Friday. And I will see you then. So long.
And it drives me insane. And then on my Dark Elf team, I had 2 level ups last game, and I got 2 skill ups, so I just fully shut up at that point.
Oh shit, Doof! Welcome, Doof and Doof Fights, I guess. Thanks for the raid, man. Appreciate it. We're just getting started here with Waffle Week 2. So this is Mike Kislev versus Ari and his fresh orcs. And Mike Kislev are 1 season old. It was a pretty long season though, so they've got some experience on it. Dooflings, that's good. Okay. Chef and Wizard, okay. Oh.
See if we have a chef backfire.
Yeah. Dooflets, like that. So how'd your preseason go? 4 games?
For the orcs?
Yeah.
Not great, Bob. I had a black orc die and another one with a niggle. So it was pretty mediocre.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shit.
Okay.
5. You bastard. Okay, well 5 it is then.
The fact that you had 4 is pretty impressive.
Yeah, well, they're Kislev. They do lots of dumb things like fall on their dumb faces constantly. Right. So for the uninitiated, the preseason I'm talking about, Waffle is a Eternal League in some regards. In theory, it's an Eternal League, but in practice, it's a little less than that. But anyways, so you can bring back your veteran squads, and if you do, to give the rookies a leg up, we give them a 4-game preseason to get a couple of skills and just not have them go in dead fresh against whoever's out there. Or die on turn 16. Sorry, Dory. Yeah, Dory had a amazing blitzer get fouled to death on turn 16 this week. Very sad.